Going, they said. It'll be fun, they said. This one is the most complicated bike I actually worked on. Because everything is tight, everything is a bunch of plastics, a whole lot of vacuum lines, and a whole lot of electronics. Because this one is the aspirate version. And underneath this mat over here, there's a couple of fuel lines, a couple of vacuum lines that they usually go bad and collapse or crack due to the heat. And if one of the vacuum lines it's cracked or it has a leak in it, the whole bike does not work like it should. That's my issue right now. The bike been sitting since 2011. That was the last year of registration, and I believe it's sat ever since. I got the bike, I got it running with you know, he was running on choke at the beginning, and I started doing a fuel treatment with the seafoam and other fuel additives. But the bike runs fine, it just uses a whole lot of gas, and now I believe that I unclogged most of the parts, but most of the jets in the carburetor, but whatever unclogged from some part, it went probably somewhere else, and now my float is stuck, it's sticking. So now it's dumping fuel. Now I'm gonna tear it down and see what's underneath. So stay tuned and see how everything goes. All right, first, gotta take this one off. You got an airflow sensor over here, I believe. Okay, and now we have about 6 screws to get to the air box. So I got this duct out.
More screws in the back.
And this is the top of the air box, just to check the air filter. It seems like this one is a K&N air filter. I'm just gonna clean it up real good and put it back. So those right here, those are accelerator pumps. Those little nozzles come out. You just one little drop. See that?
Oh yeah.
So they work. They work. So accelerator pump is good. And also we
look at this thing. It's just so complex.
Also we have 3 hoses coming off this air box. It's harder to get it out because it has the vacuum hoses attached to them. I mean the drain hoses. He has one here, one there. Okay, so this is out. And let me get this. There you go. We have one vacuum line on this side. Let me show you in just a second. He has one line here, and he has this one that goes through both of them together. It just bolts onto there, and then he has this little vacuum line, and this is the place where he sits on onto the frame. Let's see how the slides work. We're just a little bit sticky. Cruise control right here.
Okay. Right there.
Right there, that's a cruise control. Here you can just take out the bracket, 2 bolts, one here and one on the bottom, and you don't have to disconnect the cable and readjust it anyways. So we're gonna leave that there and just take it out with the bracket. Also, we have the choke cable, which is here, I believe. Yep, there's the choke cable, and we have the throttle cables that are here. Coolant lines going to the carburetor. They're on this side of the bike somewhere that we have to take out. They're on the bottom, so we need one of those long needle nose pliers. One here.
Oh yeah. Keep
one on the other side.
Okay, right there.
Right there and one there. Those are the coolant lines. Usually you have to drain the coolant out, but I'm not. So throttle cable, push and pull. Loop those up at the end. Anyways. This is one thing I didn't want to get into when I got this motorcycle, man.
Is that the airbox?
Yeah. There you go, that's one. There's 2, okay. Give me a little bit more space. Well, I took out the throttle cables. It was a pain.
The return and the
because this one seems like it's stuck. he doesn't want to move. So I was able to twist the throttle and give me a little bit of slack on this, so I can actually I undo this first. I got it out, so you'll just rotate a little bit more and give it a little bit more clearance to actually snug a little screwdriver underneath the cable and come around and pop it out of the little socket there. It will squirt out a little gas, but it shouldn't be too much. Be careful, because those T's are really brittle after a while. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's the plus, and I'm just gonna plus it on here, or fuel lines that go from the fuel solenoids, which are those, which is right there. So what we're gonna do is take a screwdriver and then take another screwdriver, pick it, there you go.
There we go.
This bracket, there's one bolt here and one underneath, and then there's the cable for the cruise control. Okay, this is the cruise control-y. The bolts holding the bracket on the carburetor for the cruise control, and now we're trying to get a whole cable up. Disconnect the bracket from here, like a twist. Okay, so this one is out from the...
So now you're going to disconnect the radiator line.
Yes, the coolant lines that go through the carburetor, and I think pretty much everything is out.
Very hard to see, but there's two radiator
Cooling lines
over there,
into the carburetors.
and they have to be disconnected.
That's one, and then one is...
So he's already removed one of the radiator hoses. Now he's getting the second one.
I just removed the clamps out of them, not the whole radiator hose. You can look through that hole, kind of straight back that way. You'll see two bolts. You see them?
Yeah. There's
one on the top and one on the bottom. We gotta undo the top one. That's the left side of the bike carburetor. Okay, one. You need a really long screwdriver. Okay, that's okay right there. People were saying use like a really long one for Harbor Freight. I didn't think you need a really long one. This one is only about what, 5-6 inches long. The rubber grommet is missing out of this one, but should be the same concept. You don't have to undo it completely. I just loosen it up enough. Here you can pry this up. You gotta pry it on, put it on a frame here somewhere.
He's putting in a lot. Oh, something gave way. Oh, there we go.
Now the carburetors are up the boots. And the coolant on that thing is just horrible. It's the choke cable bracket that's holding it in place. That way it's out.
And he used ape strength to get that out. I would have stripped it. Another Phillips behind there. That one seems like it's stuck. Stuck forever there.
Don't say that. Please.
Yeah, oh my god, he got it out. I think I would have stripped that like 10 times by now.
I'm gonna put a bolt back just because I don't want to lose them. So this hose is actually the idle screw. You're gonna have to disconnect that. Then we have a T connection here that looks like, for some reason, I think it's broken. Why is it like that? And we have a couple more, which is connected right there on the bottom. Let me just take that off. Bum, 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 bum. One more.
Almost there. Look at this. The heart of it is coming out.
Oh, it's out.
And there he has it. Now he's got that carb. Look at that thing.
Let's come out in the sunny part of Maryland. All this gas.
There's a lot of gas in there.
How cake this thing is, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
It's never seen the outside world.
Yeah, that is true.
Just plug the intakes so nothing gets in there.
Cause it's so dirty. I'm just gonna take a vacuum and just start vacuuming this out for a little bit.
Good idea, plugging it with a couple of bolts.
Okay, this is one of the hoses that usually go bad, and you can see it's collapsed already. Go bad on the gull wing. This is really soft here, right here, and instead of being a nice rounded elbow, it's I can see it's collapsed. Well, I mean vacuum lines, so I'm gonna replace those. Get off. Plastic should not look like it's honey when you leave it outside for a long time and it becomes like sugary. That's the consistency of this hose. Look, hold that. Nice little elbow on. That should be the right size. Yep, perfect size. Got one there. Okay.
Look at that. You always find these things on bikes, but I have never seen a wasp's nest. Right? That is insane.
Wow. See that fitting? Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me go underneath. Those two right here, this elbow. See this kind of collapsed?
Yeah.
And the same thing with the other one. This one. Those usually collapse as well. If you can see it, it's like squared up. There you go. It's one line. Get this line out. And then this one. So everything is so tight. I found another dirt gobblers right there.
Another wasp's nest. That's crazy.
Everything is so tight.
You just spent some time cutting these two sides.
I didn't cut it on that side. I just cut it here. But on that side, it looks like it has a little hole in it already.
Tube going in. He's going to make 2 elbows out of that tube.
So, the one here.
Some WD-40 on the hose. It'll go much easier.
Okay.
All right, one of the hoses is in there. Now he's going to get the other side. Now he's putting the second hose.
And
lamps are in there. The hoses are in there. That took longer than most people would even realize because it is so tight working there.
take out the plate that holds the carburetors together. Got it from Amazon, I believe, and it has 2 positions, left or right. So whenever you put it down on a bolt, on a rusty bolt that it won't come off and you're afraid of stripping the head, you put it on it, and when you hit it, you actually hit and turn at the same time. That's loose. 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 This is how
That's brilliant.
you do that.
Yeah, I love that tool. Yes.
I'm gonna link in the description as well or something. We have a little cotter pin here that we have to take out.
Right here, there's a cotter pin that needs to be removed just to get this plate out.
We have a washer as well. And put a cotter pin in. So That way you're not gonna lose it. Another linkage right here. Becoming a nightmare. Okay. Cotter pin out. Washer. There's this linkage out.
So the plate is out.
Oh, okay, it has an O-ring there.
So where did you take that out?
So it's a linkage from here. Whenever we're accelerating a little bit, it just squirts out. Yes. Spray with some Carb Cleaner. I don't like those O-rings being hit by the Carb Cleaner. Did he come up? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good tool. Just
They're all the same. Looks like.
big was that?
It's a fuel rail. That way we don't lose them.
That was a good idea. So that's just to separate the carb.
Yep.
Now there's a washer, cotter pin, and then there's another washer.
Plastic washer. Okay, let's get on easy. Of course, it's gonna be one of those little tiny clamps that everybody hates. I hate those clamps because it's open.
Yeah, it looks like it's not broken, right?
It doesn't look like it's broken, but it looks like it's...
I guess it's sealed.
Shut the back together.
So finally separated.
Wow. I don't know how to put the shit back, bro.
Sure.
So I got this one.
So the floats are what Motorola thinks could be
Stuck.
the reason. Yeah,
Sticky.
the sticky floats means that it was the reason it was leaking fuel. Yeah.
Oh,
my
wow.
God! Look at that. Whoa, that is crazy. That is crazy. Look at that.
Yeah.
I have never seen anything that dirty. Look at this.
That runs so well.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
I can't believe it actually ran.
Oh man. So I guess the fuel treatment that I've done, it did a okay job.
Oh.
So this is how the carburetor sits.
Oh yeah, like there's
It's
that.
sticky.
Yeah.
See that? So you can see the line where the old fuel with the ethanol sat on the bike in the carburetor, and now this one is just sticky. I don't like it.
So you're getting the float.
Get the float out and the needle. It looks good actually. This is caked. Still gotta get the main jet out. But then I have to take this one with the emulsion tube. Wow, such a hot size.
1mm
Yep.
to remove the
Emulsion tube. You can
Does
see
that
you
look-
can see the light through it. But
It's just dirty on the outside.
small little tubes, little holes. You gotta see right through them.
That's a 10 millimeter.
A
to
10
remove
millimeter
that.
for the needle seat
For the
with the
needles
screen.
right there.
Screen is pretty dirty. It is dirty as hell. Look at that. Try to get a shot inside. See how dirty it is.
All sorts of
And this too.
grime in there. Look at that. So
So
glad he removed it.
We gotta clean that one out. Four screws for the slide.
Screws.
This is gonna fly up. He has a spring.
And there's the top cover, the spring, and the diaphragm. And this slider was kind of sticky.
Yeah. I have no carb cleaner getting here
And there
on
we
this one because this is gonna shrink. I don't see any punctures, so which is great. We got that one. And then the needle. It's insane how you ran. I'm surprised.
Okay, he's got one carb all clean. Now he's gonna put this one back, and then we're gonna open up the other one and check it out. Some WD-40, I guess that helps the sliding action. So the slide goes in and the needle goes right in there. There was the spring.
Get it going, they say. It'll be fun, they say. I said I'll never buy a carbureted motorcycle again 7 years ago.
How's the action now?
Nice. It is.
So those are the needles?
This is the needle seat. The main jet.
There's the main jet. And there's the float.
Now,
Does it stick?
It doesn't seem like it's sticking no more. So to set the carburetors on a GL1500 Goldwing, you want to have the float bowl out, and you want to have the float come into a natural resting position without putting it upside down. So tilt a little bit, and then you're going to measure 7.5 millimeter. I just have over here 7.5 millimeter, and you got to measure it from the resting position to the top of the carb, the float, and that is exactly 7.5 millimeter. That's how you measure a GL1500 carburetor float height.
Yeah, that's a pretty good tip too. Using sandpaper to clean the passageways.
Really fine sandpaper to clean the needle seat. Do that and let's see. Just a little bit of sanding made it travel up and down really smooth. We gotta get an old gasket out. Brass. Just to make sure it doesn't have any leaks. Okay.
And there goes the cover for the float bowl.
With accelerator pump, that one goes to the accelerator pump. little bit.
So we're going to go after the second carb.
This one is a little bit more complicated because it has the accelerator pump as well, which is this one.
Accelerator pump, 4 screws.
3.
3 screws.
If I let go, this is gonna fly. We cleaned it. And put the whole membrane. I'm just gonna clean it because it doesn't look like it's ripped. So this one looks pretty good. So I'm happy with that. Not really in detail.
So there goes the diaphragm.
Not too bad.
I'm telling you, I think this one's going to be cleaner.
See that rip?
Yep. 2
Right
ribs.
there. 2 ribs.
7 millimeter.
7
To get
millimeters.
what?
The float bowl screws, they have a Phillips head.
That's the accelerator pump?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, he popped it open. And I think this one's worse. This one is worse. I was not expecting
What did
that.
I say?
You know,
What did I say?
another dirty bike.
Wow. So I'm just gonna clean the bowl, clean the jets, everything, accelerator pump, make sure everything is all clean. I'm gonna order a new membrane for this. I should just order the whole rebuild kit, but I was cheap, and I didn't think it's ripped. Now it's just I ripped it more, but I didn't think it was ripped. Most of the times the membranes are fine. All the carburetors that I've dealt with before, this was not a problem, but this one had 2 little rips in it, and that's one of the main problems that I have with my motorcycle. Now I'm going to order a new membrane, and in the next episode you guys see me putting it back together, put the carb, and then fire up the old cow. See how that goes. Hopefully we can put it back together and we'll remember how, and I'll see you in the next one.